I never expected Nikki to end up like this. Young and the Restless Creative Spoiler story. The Newman Ranch had always been a place where power, secrets, and family battles collided. For years, Nikki Newman had stood at the center of it all. She had survived heartbreak, betrayal, addiction struggles, and countless storms that would have broken anyone else. She was the woman who stood beside Victor Newman and proved again and again that she was stronger than the challenges thrown her way. But this time, something was different. Nobody in Genoa City expected Nikki to become the person everyone was suddenly worried about. The morning began quietly at the ranch. The sunlight poured through the windows, but Nikki barely noticed. She stood near the fireplace, staring at old family photos. Pictures of happier times. Pictures of a family that had been through everything together. Victor walked in and immediately noticed something was wrong. "Nikki," he said softly, "you haven't been yourself." She turned around and forced a smile. "I'm fine, Victor." But Victor Newman knew his wife better than anyone. He could tell when she was hiding something. The woman who had faced enemies without fear was now carrying a secret she didn't want anyone to see. "What happened?" Victor asked. Nikki looked away. "I'm just tired." Victor stepped closer. "You've been saying that for weeks." The truth was, Nikki wasn't just tired. She was overwhelmed. She felt like her entire life had become a battle between protecting everyone else and losing herself in the process. For decades, Nikki had been the person everyone depended on. Her children came to her for advice. Her family looked to her for strength. But now, Nikki wondered what happened when the strongest person in the room finally needed someone else. Meanwhile, rumors began spreading through Genoa City. Something was happening with Nikki Newman, and people were starting to notice. At Newman Enterprises, Victoria heard whispers that her mother had been making unusual decisions. Decisions that didn't sound like the Nikki everyone knew. "She's never been reckless," Victoria told Nick. "Something is going on." Nick frowned. "Mom has always carried the weight of this family." "But what if she's carrying too much?" Victoria replied. The siblings realized something they didn't want to admit. Nikki had spent years protecting them, but who was protecting Nikki? Later that day, Nikki received a mysterious message that changed everything. A name from her past appeared. Someone she thought was gone forever. Someone who knew the parts of Nikki's life she had tried to bury. Her hands trembled as she read the message. This can't be happening. For the first time in years, Nikki Newman looked afraid. The woman who had survived every Newman war was facing a battle she couldn't fight with money, power, or influence. A battle against her own past. When Victor discovered the message, his protective instincts immediately took over. "Who sent this?" he demanded. Nikki hesitated. "That's the problem, Victor. I know exactly who it is." The revelation shocked him, because Nikki wasn't running from an enemy. She was running from a truth that could destroy the image everyone had of her. As the Newman family gathered, Nikki finally admitted that she had been hiding something for years, something she believed would protect her children. But now, the secret was coming back, and it was bigger than anyone imagined. Nick couldn't believe what he was hearing. "Mom, why didn't you tell us?" Nikki's eyes filled with emotion. "Because I wanted you to see me as your mother, not as someone who made mistakes." Victoria reached for her hand. "You're human, Mom." But Nikki shook her head. "You don't understand. This mistake could change everything." The family was stunned. The same Nikki Newman who had always appeared unstoppable was now standing in front of them vulnerable and uncertain. And that was the moment everyone realized. Nikki Newman wasn't losing her strength. She was finally allowing people to see how much she had been carrying. But the biggest shock was still coming, because the person connected to Nikki's secret was closer than anyone expected. And when the truth finally came out, Genoa City would never look at Nikki Newman the same way again. The question everyone was asking was simple. How far will Nikki go to protect her family?